Inspiration Station, Worship 94.5 FM. Your man RoJay holding it down for you. Got my man Shaun Milli in the building. So happy to have you here.
Yes,
you
sir.
guys missed his show on Saturday. Sorry for you, but I still want you guys to be able to get familiar with my man, learn more about him and his journey and what he's got coming up for. So first of all, Shaun Milli, welcome to Huntsville.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, so we got a lot to talk about.
Okay.
I keep hearing that you don't be experiencing these trials and tribulations that you're singing about. And I still don't know if I believe it, but you say you sing for the people.
That's right.
So why have you feel you've taken on that responsibility of showcasing feelings for somebody like me that don't know how to talk to people?
I think because you don't have music like that no more. Like you don't have relatable music. I don't feel like, especially from R&B, rap too. Honestly, like nothing is relatable no more. I think everybody talks about the same thing.
Right.
You know, and I don't think nobody's really talking about real life problems.
Gotcha.
Or nothing. So that's the.
I feel that. Now, see, everybody know my favorite genre, my favorite era is 90s because I feel like that's when people they was crying on records.
There you go.
And nobody's really crying on records. So
nope.
Is that kind of like the music you was raised on, or you got familiar with it when you decided you want to be an artist?
No, I was raised on like 90s music, like Joe and Avant and all of that. Usher at the time, I think. Yeah. I just always have had like an old soul, so that's why you can hear it too through my music. Like I sound like an old man. I'm not old.
He do, y'all. Let me tell you, when I found out how old you were, when I said, "There's no way."
Yeah,
there's
25.
No way.
25, and I know I sound like I'm every bit of 40 years old.
Right.
Bro.
Well, we're not gonna say you sound. We're gonna say you sound mature.
Okay.
Because there's some childish voices in R&B. You ain't one of them childish voices.
There you go. Yep.
You hit puberty at an early age. You know what I'm saying? I feel that. Like
I did.
I hit puberty from your crawl. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They don't know how to do that.
There you go.
Singing through their noses and whatnot. I ain't talking about nobody in particular, y'all. I ain't talking about nobody in particular. One of my favorite records, though, from you, of course, is Love Me, but Temporary. I love Temporary to the point of I was playing that more than I was playing Love Me. Like
that's my favorite.
I added that like right away.
Temporary is my favorite song. That's my favorite song that I've recorded is Temporary.
Gotcha.
Out of all of my songs, even out of Love Me, because Love Me, the thing about Love Me is, they don't understand, Love Me is a very hard song to sing.
Gotcha.
I sing
Well, you make it sound easy, because I ain't going to tell you how I sound in the car singing.
Oh,
I know it don't sound like you, but I'm just saying. If it's a hard song, it ain't hard for you.
That's a very hard song to sing. So my favorite song is Temporary. That's my favorite song to perform too.
Gotcha.
Temporary is it's like upbeat, you know?
Yeah.
Get the people to moving.
Gotcha.
Right. I love Me.
You got a track called Go Milli. Go Milli Go. Got to meet Mama Milli over the weekend. And,
right.
So the song was in a sense a testimony.
It was.
And you've progressed since dropping that song. What have you learned more about yourself since that testimony? Or what has changed about you since that testimony?
Since the testimony with me telling myself go Milli, I have learned to keep going. Because at the time I didn't want to go no more. So I think ever since I done that song and doors and stuff has started to open, I feel like you don't make it if you quit. You only make it if you continue to keep going. So I've learned to continue to do what I love, and despite of everything, you know, because of course everybody go through things. Right. So I think I've learned to just keep going and keep pursuing what I love to do.
Okay, has the journey got easier for you, or is it still some obstacles you're overcoming and you just make life look easy right now?
I think it's gotten easier, but of course you run into new problems as well. Once you begin to reach a certain peak of your career, you run into all kind of new things. So of course the old things is old, but the new things is new. So you still run into things. You just learn how to deal with everything and cope with everything. And I think that's what I'm doing. I'm just learning to cope with everything because it's still new to me. Everything is still new. The interviews, the attention that I get, everything is still new, but I'm learning to cope with it and continue to keep going. Yeah. So
speaking of coping, it's Men's Mental Health Month.
Right. And there you go.
And we're getting more vocal about making sure we take care of our mental health, not only as men, but as black men and black people. Right. Period. What is something that Shaun Milli likes to do to kind of wind down?
What is something that I like to do to wind down? Well, what I like to do is, I would say I like to sing or whatnot, but I do like to sing, of course. But what do I do to wind down? I like to not think about the bad things or the things that, because sometimes your anxiety and stuff can take over you, and you always say what if this happened, what if this that. You have to learn how to control that and know that it only gets bigger, or the problem gets bigger once you give it attention, the attention that you give it. So if you don't give it the attention, then you'll forget all about it. You know, so
Gotcha.
But the more attention you give it, the bigger it becomes.
Gotcha.
The problem, of course.
Right.
So, yeah, man, you just
don't feed the monster.
there you
feed
go.
the monster.
Don't feed the monster,
I
because you
love
feed the monster gonna continue to grow.
That's why I hear.
You starve it. Do not feed the monster. I like that.
Yes. Well, I appreciate you coming through and gracing us at the Middle Child Promotions 20th anniversary celebration.
Thanks for having me.
I feel like you already are a major force in the world of R&B, whether you know it or not. Like, listen, I tell people when I hear a voice and it does something to me, and my mission is to let everybody else know their voice. Trust you on that. So before I let you go, I gotta know if you was to be able to put together a dream tour that Shaun Milli is on. I don't care. We're going to say your headline, and I don't care how new or old these artists are. But if you was putting together your dream tour or current tour right now, what other 3 acts would you put on the road with you?
What 3 acts would I put on the road with me? If we're talking about vocally, if we're just going strictly off vocals, one would be Avery Wilson.
Okay.
Avery Wilson is he is a vocal beast.
Okay.
To me. 2 would be, I like Lucky Day.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I like Lucky Day. I feel like that'll be a good. And we're gonna pick one female.
Okay.
Let's do Fantasia Barrino.
Fantasia.
So that's a great lineup too. I think Fantasia, Lucky Day, and Avery Wilson. Not your typical. That's not your typical.
It won't be One Dry Eye and
that's not your typical show. You
That's-
gonna come
that's
there with
straight
like
soul
tissues.
food.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
straight
soulful.
food right
Yep.
there. I'm with that. Just know Fantasia gonna take her shoes off.
Yeah, she gonna take
Okay,
her
I
shoes
just
off.
want
I'm
you to
with
know.
all
Just as
that.
long as you're aware. All right, let everybody know where they can find you on social media.
Shaun Milli, ShaunMilli _ on Instagram, and it's just straight Shaun Milli everywhere else. So ShaunMilli.
All right, y'all be sure to follow my man. Be able to support my dude. Seriously, I'm telling y'all, do not sleep. More on the way right here. Keep it locked. Your inspiration station. Fortune 94.5 FM.